I figure, why go on YouTube? And the funny part about it is that I wanted to many years ago. I did, in fact, but I just made little music videos that got all flagged. People watched them. Star Wars and Doom and movie Secretary. You know that movie Secretary with James Spader? Yeah, I did one on that. They didn't got like some million some views on it, but I set it to a Leonard Cohen song from that movie. If you're not familiar with that movie, go check it out. It's really good. It's the one that E.L. James got the idea from 50 Shades of Grey and ripped off. So, yeah, that's a good movie. But I used to make videos like that. And then back in my day, you know, I'm years old right now. So, but back in the day when I was in my early 20s, I used to make these toy movies. That's what I called them, toy movies. And all I did was I took a big ass camcorder. I'm talking the type that you put a VHS cassette into and you can just record it and immediately put it right in your VCR and watch it. And used to make them. I used to come toy movies, and much like the stuff I'm putting on YouTube, it's all dirty jokes. It's all filthy, and and here I am with these toys, and they're He-Man toys and Street Shark, and they cuss at each other all the time, and it's nothing but one-liners and dirty jokes and shit like that. And because it's just I turn the camera on, and all of a sudden I'm a filthy mouth person. Oh wait, that's because I really am. But well, we all have our flaws. I have plenty of them. But if you had told me that I had taken videos like that and thrown it up on YouTube and it would have received tons of views, I would have said, that's the dumbest fucking thing I ever heard in my entire life. Literally, who in the hell would sit and watch that, let alone an adult? And here we are on YouTube, and you can go and you can watch people play with toys, and you can, some of it's adult. I'm not going to call out any other YouTubers. I am not a YouTuber to call out YouTubers, but I do love SML and the Jeffy puppet. And I, love that. I might watch my kids watching that, and I said, what in the hell are you watching? And I sat down and I laughed my ass off. I was on the floor rolling around like some dumbass watching some old Caddyshack movie or something. Okay? And, I was like, wow, I used to do this kind of crap back in the day. I would have never known that I could have thrown it up online because, that wasn't around back then. Internet... Yeah, I was there. I was there in 1995-ish, so, there was some YouTube stuff maybe around by 1999. I don't even remember. But, I would have never thought that I could throw toy movies up on YouTube. But instead, here I am today. I guess the reason I'm making this video is because for all those that are watching me, I want to say thank you. And as of today, right now, just before I made this video, I rechecked my YouTube account again, and I have 17 subscribers. And that is 7 more than I wanted. So, and that is probably about 17 more than I expected. And I am, I love all 17 of you, and the ones who aren't subscribed, who are always watching my videos. I see the stuff on the YouTube studio. I read the analytics, and it's so many of you out there sitting and watching it, and I just, I know I'm early to the game, but, thank you. Thank you for liking this crazy nonsense that I'm making. So, here I am, you've seen this a dozen of times or more if you're watching my videos, so, here's that deer head that's always in it, and, the funny part about the YouTube thing is that I originally started on the one platform I would have never thought I'd have used, and that's TikTok. And good old TikTok. So I would have never thought that a man my age would go on TikTok, load up videos, and there's a bunch of teenage girly bullshit going on up there. It's TikTok. Fuck. But yeah, so I said, okay, fine, whatever. And I threw up a couple of the videos, and I did some shit with Richard Cheese songs because, unlike YouTube, you can have the official music, professionally made music in the background. And not that the music that I use is bad, because I love it. You know, I love it. I wish I could say that site's name, Audionautics, but I don't know. But they got great shit. But anyway, you know, for TikTok, I did the Richard Cheese stuff, and then I threw some of the watermelon stuff out there. And the idea of the watermelon videos was simply to show off the chainsaw. Would be this right here, you know. My pride and joy, or as my wife would say, you know, 1,000 years in the making, which of course is obviously an over-exaggeration. But, you know, I said I'm going to build me a chainsaw, and I want it to be, you know, the real deal. But I want it to look like Ash Williams' chainsaw in the Evil Dead movies. And, you know, but it had to be as screen accurate as possible. And here it is. You know, this was the final result. It went through several stages before then, include not only the die-cast or aluminum bodies that these saws come on. Now it's the plastic one, which is the screen accurate. And a friend of mine, Jason Smith, he made this. He painted this. He painted the body on this because I wanted to see what he could do with screen accurate paint jobs and stuff like that. So, and here it is. This is fantastic. I'll give you a view here of it. But it went through a lot of different stages before it turned out to be that. I don't know. I collect chainsaws. I collect vintage chainsaws. I call them vintage chainsaws now because all the new stuff is, well, new, you know. And I'm not going to sit here and I'm not going to bash the new stuff. I'm not going to bash steel, and I'm not going to bash Husqvarna. And I'm not, you know, because I have them and I use them. And but the vintage saws, the old home lights and Poulons and McCullochs, those are a real passion. And I think that really, really started when I first saw Evil Dead 2. And I could even tell you that it was probably 1993. And it was summertime, so I would have just ended my sophomore year in high school. So I saw Evil Dead 2 and Army of Darkness back to back. I know, good friend of mine, who's still a friend, dear friend today. He said, "Oh, you gotta see this movie, Evil Dead 2." I'm like, "I think I heard about it. I've never seen it." And he goes, "Yeah." He goes, "The guy's got a chainsaw for a hand." And I said, "Yeah." I said, "They make a third one, you know." I said, "It just came out. It's got a different name, though. I think it's called Army of Darkness." And he didn't know that. He didn't know that there was another one out there. And so he went to the video store, very similar to a video store that I would wind up working in for a very long time, in which, you know, it's all VHS, you know, back in the golden days, the old golden days of VHS, okay? Beta was better. I never owned a Beta machine, but they were better. They didn't have the marketing. But, you know, there we are, Evil Dead 2, Army of Darkness, sat down, just fell in love. And I've always been in love with filmmaking. And at that time, I was really getting big into horror movies, because when I was really young, much younger than my own children now, I wouldn't watch that kind of stuff. And, you know, my father and brother would sit down and they'd watch Freddy Krueger, and I couldn't do it because it was, "Oh no, I don't have nightmares. You know, I don't want to see that blood." Now I live for it. But I saw Evil Dead 2, and I just I fell in love with Sam Raimi, Bruce Campbell, and the whole concept of Ash Williams, and the chainsaw. And that's what started kind of a strange fetish, if you will, for chainsaws. And as time went on, the chainsaws changed. And, you know, they are what they are today, and they just don't look the way they did a long time ago. So I started hitting up on the eBay, the Craigslist, and I started collecting a lot of old saws. I know I got a Home Light XL12, Home Lights Super XLs, the McCulloch Eager Beaver 2.0, which is the saw that id Software modeled for the original Doom video game. And I had to have that chainsaw because it's the Doom saw. It's Doom Guy. Before Doom Slayer. Back in the golden days of computer games. I loved it. Maniac Mansion. And they had chainsaw in there too. You couldn't use it. But it's sitting in the kitchen. They're setting to come by. And I was just hating up with their butcher knives. But yeah, so I fell in love with that. And you know, as I got older, I was already an avid reader, horror, Stephen King. I am a writer myself. I'm a self-published author. I am not a successful self-published author, but I am one nonetheless. I do have other things and other material that I have written and things that I am going to be putting out there because I put it off for too long. Married man, middle-aged, 4 children, life gets busy, but yet, you know, I have found some time now here in 2021 to create something that I'm passionate about and show the world to it. And I don't care if I end up with 20 subscribers for 5 years or, you know, 200 of them. It don't matter either way. I still make the stuff that I want to make, and I put the stuff out there, and I tell you things that I personally know about. So, you know, take it or leave it, wherever you want. But when I saw Evil Dead 2 and Army of Darkness right after, you know, chainsaws, and then I started collecting them, and then, you know, I grew up, and I know now I go on eBay all the time and look for old saws, and I take them apart and I fix them, and because that came natural. And it's another introduction to YouTube, and I started watching YouTube because I learned everything that I know about small engine mechanics from YouTube, and it was a great resource. And I couldn't believe it, but here I am. I'm actually rebuilding these things, and I said, it's time. I want the Evil Dead 2 chainsaw. And this was the time in which Ash vs. Evil Dead had not been out yet, and they just hinted Bruce Campbell reprising the role of Ash Williams in an Evil Dead TV series, and I said, huh? I know. I said, oh, I hope that chainsaw's in there. And I said, I suppose maybe they'll do like some of the video games did, and he'll either not use it because he's got a mechanical hand, or he'll have a different one. But no, it's the same one. So I said, that's got to be the one. That's the main project right there, is the Ash versus Evil Dead look on a real working home-like chainsaw that I can actually wear and use. Even though, as you can see, I'm not missing my meat hook. It's right here. Okay? So I said, well, that Power Glove in the TV show looked so different, and I liked it a lot better than the one in Army of Darkness, to be honest. I like the TV show more than Army of Darkness, and I love Army of Darkness. But, you know, he uses his chainsaw in the pit scene. And, you know, the next time you see it, he's just holding it with Evil Ash and cuts him up. And that was it. You know, you don't see it throughout the rest of the movie. You know, Bruce Campbell, I guess, you know, hated wearing it. But they made the TV show, and that chainsaw was in it all the time, and it's the same goddamn chainsaw he picks up from the cabin. And then all of a sudden, boom, you know, my love for Evil Dead is right back where it originally started, back in my early... Christ, I must have been 15, 16, I don't even remember anymore. But, so I said, well, I've been working on saws for a little while. I said, it's time to build one. And I did. And I took the Power Glove idea, and I said, that's going to be the connector. I said, I can hold on to it like the replica. And then just, you know, attach it like he did, you know. And I'll show it to you sometime, whether it's in this video or another one. But, yeah, I just love the idea of it, to the point where I had to have the real thing. And you know, one of the reasons why I say, you know, I'm completely content with the subscribers that I get, because I thank every single person who has even watched my video. The first thing I wanted out of that is I wanted you to laugh, because it's good to laugh. I know I write horror, and the book that I wrote is, there's funny moments in it, but it is quite serious subject, and it is very sad, and it hits you home, your parent. So, but I said, when it comes to Evil Dead, it's funny. So I said, I'm gonna make something funny, and I want people to laugh, and that's what I hope you are getting out of these videos. I hope you laugh. I hope you laugh your fucking ass off, okay? Because that's why I'm making it. Because I want you to do that. And then, of course, I wanted to show off that chainsaw. So it's when I need something to cut up. I said, yeah, I'd go out and say, hey, this is my full-blown working Evil Dead chainsaw hand. I want you to cut this tree up. And because I do it. In fact, it makes a great limbing saw. You got to get up there like this, and you got to kind of reach up, So basically, I took a top-handled arborist saw and turned it into a back-handled saw that you're actually, over your hand, and so you get up there and do that. And I said, well, what the hell am I going to cut up? I said, I'm not going to cut up just wood. I'm going to demonstrate the saw, and I plan on doing that, depending on if this video comes out before the chainsaw video. But so maybe it's already there. You've seen it. I don't know what I'm doing with it yet. But so I had to cut up pumpkins. I did that back in the day. We were Halloween when we were growing up. I had a couple of chainsaws, and one of them was Craftsman, aka Poulon, which is who made their engines, and and it was I can't remember the model number, but I would know the saw. If I saw it sitting in front of me, I do not own one of those. Need to get one, and it checked the chainsaw. It barely fucking started. At the time I didn't know about working on fuel lines and carburetors, and so. You go around the neighborhood, and we went up to porches, for crying out loud. Here I am with my 13-year-old self, 14-year-old self, whatever the case it was. I don't even remember. We'd take the chainsaw, and I'd start it up, and I'd go, cut the pumpkins up with a chainsaw. I remember back in the day when you used to go have some real fun on Halloween, and you do a little trick-or-treating, and you're too goddamn old to actually be doing it. But damn well you're egging somebody's house. Damn well you're going to pick up a couple of jack-o'-lanterns that somebody carved and bam, right on the ground. Okay, so he's like, start the chainsaw right through a pumpkin. My own pumpkins, other people's pumpkins, we didn't give a shit. Wouldn't mean no harm. This day of age, a little different to probably do that kind of shit. But I is known for chopping up pumpkins. It is summertime. And I said, I ain't no pumpkins out there. And so I said, what about watermelon? I said, this is similar. So, it's the same concept. I said, the cool part about it is it's nice and pink and red on the inside. And so, I just can use the chainsaw and simulate the idea of attacking, a deadite or a zombie or something with it. And show people, hey, it's a real working Evil Dead chainsaw. And it's not going to be used as a weapon, but it sure as hell was kind of designed to be one. I threw it up on TikTok, and people liked it. I was surprised. TikTok didn't like it. Right here, TikTok. Right here. So I said, fuck it, I'm going to YouTube. And now I'm here. And that's the story.